morning everyone, welcome to Monday's live. I'm just getting a few bits ready. Okay. Bear with guys, I'm just getting everything out that I need. Just doing a little bit of prep while people are joining. So, welcome everybody. I hope you're all okay this morning. It's super miserable here this morning outside, so I'm glad I'm tucked away in my happy place. Thank you to everyone who joined last night. I really enjoyed last night's live. It was nice to do something a little bit different. If you didn't catch it, the replay's up on YouTube and also on my Facebook page, so just have a little look for that. Happy New Year to you, Sophie. Thank you so much for joining. How's the snow? I'm so jealous you've got all that lovely snow. My children were very jealous as well. They love a bit of snow. We don't really get a lot here, which is a bit disappointing. So today I am going to show you some more of the Dragonfly garden, which following on from last night. So the stamp set looks like this, back to front I know, but you'll see it in more detail when we get started, and the lovely coordinating punch. Love that. I'm going to show you another new punch as well, which might actually be my favourite thing in the new catalogue. Came this morning at last. I was missing a delivery, it went missing, and it finally arrived this morning. So the UPS gods have aligned and made my day a little bit easier already. The girls are inside, they are playing shops with my husband, trying to work as well, and then once I finished here I'm working till 12, and then we'll do a little bit of lunch and then homeschooling this afternoon. So full on day, but a nice way to start. So I will get my camera all sorted, all changed over so you can see my desk, and then we can get crafting. So feel free to comment along, let me know what you think, and I hope you enjoy. So bear with me guys. Okay, so here we go. So this is the Dragonfly garden stamp set. I keep wanting to call it the Dandy Garden, and this comes from a suite called the Dandy Garden, hence why I keep calling it Dandy Garden, but it's Dragonfly Garden. So these are the cards we put together last night using some of the images. A lovely bit of watercolouring there just to highlight those really nice kind of whimsical images, and then finishing off with some heat embossing. But one of the best things about this stamp set is that the Dragonfly stamps coordinate with this beautiful punch. Really handy punch, and it saves all that fussy cutting as well. So I'm a fan of a punch. I love how quick it is, I love how easy they are to use, and I love the results that you get when you use a punch as well. They're great for using in classes as well. You don't have to lug around lots of equipment. So Dragonfly Garden, let's get started. I don't have a sample to show you because I haven't made one. I thought I would show you, sort of craft along with you from scratch. So I have, what pieces do I have? Yes, I have cut them right. So I have a pool party card base, and this is a tent fold card, meaning it stands like a tent. And it's just half a piece of A4. So you get two card bases out of one. Always make sure you burnish the edge of your card so you get a really nice fold, and then it will stand up well. It will stop it kind of splaying out. I have two pieces of Whisper White. One measures 9.5 centimetres by 13.9. The other is just a little bit bigger at 10 centimetres by 14.4. So there's half a centimetre difference between, excuse me, the two. Now I've chosen Pool Party and I've chosen Just Jade as our two inks for this morning. I love how these colours look together. And I'm going to do a little bit of ink blending for you. So these are the new blending brushes. These are available from tomorrow. In the mini catalogue you get a pack of 3 for I think it's $11.25, but I will double check that. Really lovely brushes, super smooth, easy to clean. These haven't been cleaned since I last used them. But you just run them under the tap with a bit of water, leave them to dry. upside down, and then you can start again. So you don't necessarily need one for every colour, although wouldn't that be lovely? So I'm going to open my ink pads like so, and I'm just going to create a little bit of a watercolour, a little bit of ink blending. So I'm going to start with Pool Party. So just take your brush to your stamp, your ink pad, kind of clear off any excess, and then just lightly kind of dust. Now my ink pad is quite dry, so I might need to re-ink that, but that's fine, it'll work. And I find the easiest way to use these brushes is in a circular motion. Okay, so you can see that ink just starting to kind of come together. And I just want the main kind of ink to be quite subtle, but just there. Morning to Jacqueline, thanks for joining us. Happy New Year to you as well. Hope you had a lovely Christmas and New Year celebration. So this one is a little bit darker, so I'm just going to take the excess off on my grid paper and just kind of add that around. So I'm getting more confident with my ink blending. But it still needs a bit of work. Okay, so that just gives us a little bit of a kind of subtle look on the back of our card. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my larger piece of card and I'm going to cut a hole in it. So I'm going to use my lovely layering circle dies, and I'm going to pop this on roughly in the centre widthwise, but towards the top of the card, and I'm going to secure that down with just a little bit of washi. Let's just make sure that's still in the centre. Stuck to my finger, and I'm going to run that through my lovely Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which is just behind me on my trolley. Pop that out. We'll keep that circle for the next card. Take off our washi. So now we have this lovely little kind of aperture effect. Okay, so this is all very flat now. We're going to just add some texture with that with an embossing folder. And I'm going to use, which one shall we use? Let's use the brick wall. I do love a bit of brick wall. So I always recommend, if you want to emboss and die cut, you die cut first, because if you did it the other way around, when you now run that, if you embossed first and you then run your piece of card back through your die machine, it will kind of squash your embossing. So always do your die cutting first. So I'm just going to run that through. This is a 3D embossing folder, so you get a fab amount of texture when you emboss. And this is just a lovely way to kind of get a bit of texture onto your card. So there we have that lovely kind of brick wall effect, which just kind of breaks up that white. Okay, so what we can do now is we can stick this down. Like so. And then this one we can actually put down onto foam pads, and I hope you will share my excitement. I have a brand new pack of dimensionals. Woo! I had a delivery that went missing over Christmas, and it finally arrived this morning, and it's made me incredibly happy. It's a whole new pack of dimensionals. Woohoo! Does anyone else get really excited about taking that first dimensional off? I do. It never gets old. Okay, let's just pop our little pieces down. Oops. Out of practice, you see. And then we can pop this piece on over the top just to get a little bit of depth in that card. Okay, so now we're going to stamp our lovely dragonfly friend, and I'm going to stamp him in, what colour should we stamp him in? I might stamp him in basic grey actually, because I think black is too dark. So let's use basic grey. And these are the cling stamps, so you don't need a, what do you call it? A stamping mat. So there we have our little dragonfly friend, which, using the punch, punches out really nicely. And you'll see there's a little mini fellow there as well, which there isn't a stamp for, but on the DSP that goes with this suite there is a lovely, lovely image that you can punch out. Now I'm going to stamp my sentiment in there. So the sentiment I'm going to go for is, let's go for "Thank you for your kindness," because I think that is a lovely, lovely sentiment. Denise, morning, just woke up. I'm so jealous. So jealous. It was back to alarms this morning here, which none of us were ready for at all. Okay, so we've stamped our little "Thank you for your kindness." Now I would colour him in, but I think if I colour him in we may lose the background. I want the background to be the kind of main event, so I'm going to leave him blank, and then we've got a really neutral card, which I think is just lovely. And I've just curled him ever so slightly, and then we'll pop him on like so. Okay, so that's a really simple card design there, not a lot going on at all. If you wanted to, you could by all means, if you don't have the blending brushes or you're not a fan of blending, you could just cut the hole in the card and it can go on to, the stamping can go onto the back. I'm going to add a couple of little gems to just give it something extra. What one shall I use? What do I have? Lots of. I have lots of these actually. Nope. They have retired. I need to sort this little box out. Let's go with these lovely little Just Jade ones. So these are the 2020 to 22 in colour enamel dots, which are just lovely. And we'll just put a couple of these on. Put that over there. You can see my deliberation there. So there we have our finished card front. All I will do for the centre is I will add a piece of white inside to just bring that together. So this measures 10 by 14.4 centimetres. Sharon, why do they retire stuff? They retire things so that they can bring out new product. Obviously styles change, fashions change, and if everything was kept the same all the time, then we would never get anything new. So, and the catalogue would be ginormous. So they do retire things, and obviously seasonally. So we're just coming to the end of the August to December mini catalogue, which is full of Christmas products. So we don't necessarily want Christmas product in the spring, so they bring out the new catalogue, and then items from the August to December mini catalogue will just retire, and then we get to buy new things, which is exciting. So yeah, that's our finished card design number 1. Moving on to card number 2, I have my lovely second piece of Pool Party, which I'm just going to burnish, and I'm going to use the circle that we cut out of that one. But before I do that, I'm going to do a little bit more ink blending for us. Okay, so I'm going to use the same colours, but I'm going to start with the darker one. Okay, and we want to cover this whole piece in ink blending. So I'm just adding kind of circles of the darker colour. Kind of at random. And to build up that colour, you just keep going over to make that colour stronger and deeper. So. Oh, you're very welcome. It does make sense. I'm glad. Sometimes I think I don't make sense. Pool Party, where have you gone? Here you are. And then just add in that other colour to fill in those gaps. Nearly there. These really are so lovely and smooth to use. That's it, so we're getting there now. And then we have our lovely card base, like so. And then just a slightly different look, like so. So to start with, I'm going to stick this down. Okay, like so. And then this we can add our little sentiment to, and I'm going to add this one here, which is "May good things grow all year long," which is lovely. Oh, I did say I was going to use a different punch actually, didn't I? Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to stamp my dragonfly. So over here, I'm going to stamp my little dragonfly, and we're going to stamp him in basic grey again. Like so. And then punch that out. Where is the punch? Here it is. Okay. If you've stamped that too high, just trim a little bit off the bottom, and then just slide your punch in. It's still too. It shouldn't be. I think there's something that's getting caught in that. Let's try again. Yeah, that's better. It's that top piece of card, the edges. Okay, so just line it up so you've got a lovely border around the edge, and then pop that out. Okay. So for this one, I'm just going to colour him ever so slightly. So I'm going to bring it back in my Pool Party blending brush and just go over his wings. I'm just going to grab a Stampin' blend. I've got a smoky slate Stampin' blend. I'm just going to colour in his middle part. Okay, so where's our little white circle? So we have him like that. Now I'm going to show you this punch. This punch is lovely. So this is the double oval punch, oval builder punch. And the idea of this punch is that you get 2 layers to use. And so it's lovely. Slide your top one in. Bit of a mark on that piece of card. Slide the top one in and punch. We get a lovely scallop oval, and then the next one we slide in and we get the bottom oval. Okay, like this. We'll save this one for later, and then that becomes mounted like so. So I love this punch. I think it's going to be really, really popular. And the sentiment we can put on there, will the thank you fit on there? No, it won't. We will use the For a True Friend stamp. I'm going to stamp that in Just Jade. Lovely. I was undecided on this one. So I love the punch. I'm not convinced on the stamp set, although since I've not ordered it and seen it used, I think it's lovely. It's a really, really cute little punch there. Okay, so we'll pop, let's do a little bit of background stamping on that because I think it looks too white. We're using Pool Party. We'll use this lovely little image here and we'll just stamp that kind of over like so. That's better. And then we can pop on our For a True Friend and then our lovely little dragonfly. Okay, so let's just pop those on. I'm going to stick this down with foam pads. Got our little dragonfly. So windy. And then we have For a True Friend, which we can stick down as well. Okay. And then lastly, where did my dots go? Here they are. Let's pop on a couple of these. Just to finish the detail on the front. All right. So these are actually little clear dots that are stuck onto little, what do you call them? Little circles of the colour. So if they come apart, you can just use a little bit of Tombow to just stick it back down. That's it. Okay. So there we have our finished card front for the second time. I just need to pop my piece in the middle. And my piece in the middle measures 13.9 by 9.5. I'll open that up and then we'll stick this down. Okay, so there we have our finished card designs, two very different cards using similar techniques with the blending brushes. The lovely Dragonfly Garden stamp and punch, the new double oval punch, and that's it guys. So I hope you enjoyed that this morning. Quite a quick one I think. I don't even know what the time is, 1:30, yeah, not too bad. So that's it for me today everybody. If you have any questions about the products or techniques I've used, drop me a message. The Dandy, see I've done it again, the Dragonfly Garden products and the punches are available from tomorrow as part of the mini catalogue. If you'd like a catalogue sent to you, please let me know and I'll get one in the post. And if that's it from me today, so I'm off now to get all my packs ready for my catalogue launch on Saturday, all my little mini craft packs. Lots of people have booked onto that and I'm super excited to share it all with them. And then I'll be live here again on Wednesday evening at 8:30. Who knows what I will use. So until then, have a great week and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Take care. Bye.